What's up, guys? Jacob Ober here. Welcome to my official 2018 NFL Playoff Predictions video. This video is going to be a premiere, so you guys probably will not see it until the day after I record this, but currently, right now, I need to get to bed, and I need to get up very, very early tomorrow morning, so I'm going to make this as brief as possible. I still will elaborate just a bit on each one of my picks, but I'm going to try and keep it as brief as possible. Hopefully that's okay with you guys, but we're going to start over in the AFC, the Colts versus the Texans, the Colts being the 6th seed, the Texans being the AFC South winner, 3 seed. I'm going to pick the Texans this one. I really like Andrew Luck and what he's done this season, but I think the Texans have a really, really good defense, and they have the home field advantage as well, and that's usually a deciding factor in these evenly matched, with these evenly matched teams, even though I know that the road team has won in both of these matchups prior to this one, but I'm going to ride with the Texans in this one. The 3 seed will advance to Foxborough to take on the Patriots. As for the 4 versus 5 seed, I think I'm going to go with the Chargers in this one, and the reason why is because I like the experience factor here. I like Phillip Rivers. Even though the Chargers have not been playing their best football as of late, I think that they are a very, very dangerous team still, and Phillip Rivers can flip a switch just like that and have some great performances, and I think he's going to have a great performance even against this great Ravens defense. The Chargers are going to get revenge for their loss a few weeks ago, and they're going to move on to the divisional round. Over in the NFC, I'm going to go with the Eagles over the Bears. The Eagles over the Bears because I like Nick Foles, and I don't want to bet against him, especially in a wild card round game. I do like what the Bears are doing, especially defensively, but I don't trust Mitchell Trubisky in the playoffs, and I haven't really trusted him all year long. So they are going to run into the very hot Philadelphia Eagles, and I think the Eagles are going to pull the upset on the road. As for the 4 versus 5, I think that Seattle is going to beat Dallas on the road at AT&T Stadium. I think Russell Wilson has had Dallas's number for quite some time, and I think they're going to continue to have Dallas's number. Russell Wilson, if this game is close, he is Mr. Fourth Quarter. He is going to get the victory if it is a close game in the fourth quarter. He is just unstoppable when it comes in clutch situations. So I'm going to go with Seattle to get the upset and continue their hot end of the stretch season and move on to the divisional round to face the LA Rams. Back over to the AFC, we have the 1-seeded Chiefs versus the 5-seeded Chargers. I'm going to go with the Chiefs in this one. Patrick Mahomes is on another level this year. I don't really see anybody stopping them, especially in the divisional round. As for the 2 versus 3 matchup, I think the Texans are going to get the upset here. I think the Patriots, as good as they have always been, this is one of their weaker teams that they've had in the Bill Belichick era, and I think they are primed for an upset in the first round, or the second round of the playoffs in the divisional, and the Houston Texans have a perfect team to beat them. They have a very, very good defense and a mobile quarterback. So I'm going to pick the Texans to advance to the AFC Championship. Over in the NFC, I'm going to pick the Saints over the Eagles. I really like Nick Foles, but you know what? There's just no way that anyone's going to beat the Saints on the road, or in the Superdome, I should say, in the playoffs. And over in LA, I'm going to go with the upset again. I'm going to go with Seattle over LA, and it's going to be the Saints and the Seahawks in the NFC Championship. The reason I picked Seattle is because I think, once again, I think that they're on that really hot streak, and the Rams have shown some signs of weakness over the past few weeks. I think that they might be primed for an upset as well, so I'm going to go with Seattle, the hot hand, Russell Wilson, and once again, like I said, that fourth quarter, he is Mr. Fourth Quarter, so if this game's close late, he's going to have his opportunities to lead this team to victory. So the title games are going to be in the AFC, the Chiefs versus the Texans, and in the NFC, the Saints versus the Seahawks. In the AFC, I really, really want to pick the Texans in this one because I just feel like that Chiefs defense is going to collapse at some point. But I look at it and I think, you know what? I mean, Patrick Mahomes, he's the best quarterback in football. I think he's going to be able to make up for any scoring deficit that their defense might put them in. I think he is on another level right now. He has 50 touchdowns on the year. I'm going to pick the Chiefs over the Texans. And then over in the NFC, I really want to pick the Seattle Seahawks to get an upset and go to the Super Bowl because I do think that they are a team very capable of going on the road and getting victories and getting all the way to the Super Bowl this year. But it's the Superdome. I don't see anybody losing in the Superdome, or the Saints losing in the Superdome, I should say. New Orleans is going to move on to the Super Bowl, and it's going to be the Chiefs versus the Saints in the Super Bowl. Yeah, that's a boring pick, but it's really felt like that's been kind of the destiny for both of these teams to go to the Super Bowl this year. As for the Super Bowl itself, I think I'm going to go with the Saints because they are just the most complete team in the NFL this year. They have a great defense, a great offense, Hall of Fame quarterback, great running game, great wide receivers. I just can't bet against them. You know, I mean, they've just impressed me every single time I've watched them. They do have they might be susceptible to an upset, but you know what? At home in the Superdome, where they are undefeated this year and they are historically great in, I just can't see anybody beating them on the NFC side, and they do have a better defense than Kansas City, and I think that their offense will be able to do more than enough to keep up with Kansas City's offense in the Super Bowl. So I'm going to pick the Saints to win the Super Bowl this year over the Kansas City Chiefs, even though I know that's kind of a boring pick. But those are my playoff predictions, you guys. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. Let me know what you guys think for the playoff predictions. Who do you think is going to go to the Super Bowl this year? Who's going to win the wild card round, the divisional rounds, and the conference championships? Leave your comment in the comment section below. Be sure to leave a like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. We'll see what happens next weekend in the wild card round.